All right, so we have here a fair reclamation deck, which may or may not be something that's worth doing. So we've got Chemister's Insights and Frilled Mystics as payoffs for it. This also lets us play this on 4 and then like Wrath on 5, then still have a counterspell up or something along those lines. Time Wipe plays nicely with Frilled Mystic and Hydroid Krasis. The real question is this deck going to be able to survive against the aggressive decks in the format? We've got like some Brontodons out of the sideboard here. There should probably be some actual removal in this sideboard, huh? Let's put a fat pile of Baffling Ends in the sideboard here. All right, let's do that and dive on into some games. And see how this goes. I guess keep. Healing Graces might just be better as like Seal Aways or Baffling Ends in the main deck too.
I train every day. No one is more prepared than me for thoughtfulness before action.
Chemister's Insight against Narset and Teferi the format might also not be good. I guess I technically should have gained 3 there, huh? I guess I technically should have gained 3 there.
And prepare.
If the opponent doesn't put any actual pressure into play, we might have time to, like, unstumble here. Maybe. At least we're not in danger of moving to hand sides again here.
Trick for this.
All right, I'm off it. I added a 25th land too. I added a 25th land too. I'll leave a couple of time wipes in just in case they have creatures. This is fine for like picking Krasis or Frilled Mystic back up. Like, it always cracks me up when people are like we talk about a deck. And like I talk about things that are possible concerns that may or may not be good, or I might think want to look out for it if they look bad on the surface. But like whenever we have a first game like that, where like we keep a middling hand and then like we never hit our lands and we die, and someone's like, "Gosh, this deck's really bad," or "We should play something else." It's like, if that's how you evaluate Magic decks, you're probably gonna have a really bad time in Magic. Because like even decks that are good and don't look like they're gonna have any issues are gonna have games where they just don't play Magic. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, this deck might not be great, but we definitely didn't learn anything meaningful from that first game that we played. And, like, writing anything off after a game like that is just lazy. It's not good game practice or good game theory. It's not going to get you good results. It's not going to help you achieve what you're looking to achieve. If it's to learn about potentially why a new and interesting deck idea could be good, bad, or otherwise. Hey, thank you for the 15-month Sika Huck. I appreciate that. Welcome. Yeah, there should probably be a 26 land. This deck basically has a curve that starts at 4. There should probably be 26 lands. So we could go into your memoir. There should probably either be a 26 land or 4 copies of Opt. Usually I err on the side of playing an extra land. That's exactly correct, Party Buzz. That is literally the benefit. There are similar effects where one locks the opponent out of playing things and the other one... Token Green Guy, thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. All right, let's add a forest. I think the idea of dragging the curve down in this deck is not unreasonable. I see a really good recommendation in chat of maybe getting some of these vetoes into the main to kind of cut off at the pass the Planeswalker cards that really give this type of flash style deck that wants to draw extra cards trouble. I like that suggestion. I also think a couple copies of like Seal Away in the main to try and drag the curve down is also probably pretty reasonable. Yeah, and that's an interesting point, Morrow. Like that's kind of a question we need to ask ourselves, right? So like if you compare this, and this is something you want to do when you're working on a new deck, ask yourself, what is this deck doing compared to other established decks? And you look at the established decks, you go, okay, the established Bant decks that are doing well, their deck's full of mana dorks. So the question we want to ask ourselves is what this deck is doing reasonable compared to just playing the mana dork configurations? Land. Oh, magic. All right. A late and $1 short, but we got there. Yeah, exactly. And I would be surprised if it's better too, but that doesn't mean it's not worth trying. Alright, hit a removal spell for this at least. I assume this Hydroid Krasis is not long for this world. Gotta try. Also gives us a chance to hit a land drop, but I assume this Krasis is about to eat it. Brutal. If they have Scorn here as well, we're probably dead. Just like take Seal Away, kill the Krasis, hit us for 5, take a draw card. New Kalia has me excited. Is that the Mardu tricolored card? Oh, do they not have removal? I'll run no blocks here. D-Spark. Brutal. Put my tier 3 this month towards putting Bridgevine back in the queue. That is 10 out of 10 okay. Red Mage Frank, I appreciate the support and the good deck. Alright, we're dead. I think we died.
No, not so fast.
Even if we hit a sweeper at this point, we're like not gonna be able to beat the Teferi. Bring in a couple of those. Bring in a couple of Kraul Harpooners. I think this is probably just too slow and clunky. I'm gonna trim this against a 3-mana Teferi deck. A small bump for Bridgevine. Thanks, Jace. I appreciate it. I'll probably bump Bridgevine up myself too, because the first Bridgevine video we did actually broke 5 digits worth of views on YouTube, which is a lot for one of my videos. Yeah, definitely Mueller. Will do. And like, this is one of those things where it's like, well, my Veto's good against some of their stuff, but not good against other of their stuff. Why is Finale in a flash deck? So, one of the things that Wilderness Reclamation allows you to do in a flash style deck, Dude Light, is it allows you to tap out while still being able to hold up instants on their next turn, right? But I was talking to Bob and Cheese, and he put it in a way that really makes a lot of sense. Bridgevine is basically a meme deck, but it's actually good. Like, the way it plays is really funky and weird, and people haven't been playing against it enough yet to become bored of it, especially people who aren't playing online. Like, it'll take a while for a deck like Bridgevine to, like, populate through the LGSs. Jojo, thank you for the 2 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Well, I wanted to counter your spell, but I can't counter that one, so.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. I've got you.
You'll thank me later. I'm not really looking for any decks that I'm building personally, Corrosion. Been around a long ass time. Thanks for the 22 months, Bob. Hope your Tuesday is finding you well. What does Tamiyo search for? That's a good question. The modern queue on the channel, Corrosion, pretty much runs just like the standard queue. It's pretty much all viewer powered. If I was gonna put anything back in the modern queue myself, it would probably be the Jeskai tempo deck that we played last week that we 5-0'd with. Spellqueller plus 3 mana Teferi is a heck of a drug. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, they ditched a Harpooner. This means if they don't have a discard spell or counter spell, Tamiyo gets to pick that up and kill their thief, which is nice.
Right on schedule.
It's good stuff.
Let us have a storied
Thief
battle.
found its own demise.
No time.
Draw Doomblade, cast Doomblade. Thunk. I've not, Kale.
Here we go.
We played blue-white humans that felt very reasonable. I'd have to imagine it's similar to that, but with Mantis Rider.
I will not stand for such violence.
That is correct, Corrosion. If you 3-mana Teferi bounce your Spell Queller, they don't get their spell back. It's very, very reasonable. Also, you can Restoration Angel. You can Restoration Angel your Spell Queller and counter something new.
Here goes nothing.
We've not played Infect with Little Tef yet. Little Tef does seem like it potentially solves problems that archetype has, though.
No time. If you show remorse, I'll show restraint.
Scale of 1 to dead. Where's this Hydroid Krasis at? Yep. Alright, so I think I'm just doing this, tucking this in.
This isn't a fight you need. You need to take a timeout.
And then I can't currently...
That's more like it.
Extra land's not bad here. Extra land means I can do this plus play a land for the turn plus play Harpooner. I think I want to just play Harpooner as a way to pressure this off the table. Because holding Veto up is impossible because they have this in play. So taking this off the table unlocks our Veto, which is ideal.
Trust me, I have a plan. Suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Alright, so they took my 3-mana Teferi, so I assume that means my 4-mana Teferi is about to eat it. Hey, Red Dolph, 11 months, and I must say I do feel smarter and thinner. Hope life's treating you well.
We need to move quickly.
Sweet. And I have... Oh, no, I don't have a Time Raveler, actually. Frilled Mystic. Brutal. I'm gonna play this as a 5/5. I'm gonna leave these back to defend this. And even though I have 2 mana up here, I'm playing Hearthstone at the moment, so this Veto doesn't have text. Now, if my opponent has a removal spell, they can go kill this, bounce this, attack my Teferi. I thankfully have a backup here of Dominaria, but it's not exactly an amazing spot to be.
I'll protect you.
Oh, they have 5 mana Teferi on top of their deck, right? So they just go bounce, tuck, attack. Or Deputy of Detention, yep. If I can kill this Frilled Mystic is mine, so I'll get to get it back to my hand. So if I can get rid of this and this, I'm in a kind of okay spot. There's a lot of moving parts here. This game really highlighting one of the issues with why this style of deck just like this style of deck is the style of deck that I love playing personally, but it's just not very good. Opponent perhaps making a pretty big mistake here. They could have played this card, plussed it, and then draw step thought erased me. Oh no, that's not true actually, because they didn't plus this, right? Never mind, their sequencing is fine. I forgot they down ticked this turn to bounce this. I think I'm just hoping that I get to do this next turn. I have 10 lands in play right now. So if I play a land this turn and then play a land next turn, I get to finale for X's 10. And then maybe that steals it. This thing makes if X is 10, you get 40 power worth of angels and 20 power worth of soldiers.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
So hoping to fade counter spells and discard spells in these 3 cards. Which is obviously not something that's super likely to happen, but if it does, we should be pretty good. Like maybe they have a time wipe or something like that. They don't have fantastic attacks here. Alright, please have bricked. Please have bricked. Resolve! Resolve! Timmy! Timmy! Channel your inner Timmy, chat. Look at that. Look at that. The final countdown. Do-do-do. Be-do-do-do-do. Be-do-do-do. They need they could have another deputy. They could have another deputy. I didn't serve with Harpooner because I don't want to trade Harpooner for Frilled Mystic. Yeah, in an ideal world, that trade's not good for me, I don't think. Luckily, their Time Raveler's on 2, so they can't bounce and replay their deputy, which is good for us. And before 2 deputy, I mean, yeah, they could play deputies 3 and 4. That's a legal play. Yep. Or they could just have another Teferi. So they bounce their deputy that's on Hydroid Krasis and then play that one and take my angels. We're still in an okay spot because I have 10 2/2s. Yeah, we're not just dead. We no longer have them dead on board, but we're not in an awful spot. We get to get this Time Raveler off the table. Taking their Time Raveler off the table unlocks our Frilled Mystic and our Veto, which is excellent. If we draw a removal spell, they're dead on board. Yeah, that's true, actually. Because we take out this deputy, which gives us this, which bounces this. Looking for a Baffling End or a 3-mana Teferi here. And again, they could have a counterspell. I can't Veto or Frilled Mystic here because we're currently playing Hearthstone. Alright, they're dead, right? They can't make plays because they are also playing Hearthstone now, so it's just a Hearthstone mirror match. Hearthstone, yeah! Alright, that went better than expected. If they have Deputy of Detentions, do I want Time Wipes? I think I do. I think if they're playing deputies, I want some number of time wipes. Lucas the Dragon with the 10 months of support. Welcome back. Hope your Tuesday is finding you well, well wherever you are. Yeah, I'm going to trim a Frilled Mystic and Wilderness Reclamation. They're just too awkward in the face of 3-mana Teferi. I'm at work, so I don't get to chat much. Here's the Just Kai list, though. The current version isn't perfect yet, but it's a good base. It's sweet. Yeah, that's interesting. Lightning Bolt's a good ad. I'm not sure that I buy Phantasmal Image is a card worth playing in my Unsettled Mariner Giver of Runes deck. Like that seems questionable at best. But the core idea of what's going on there seems more than reasonable. Finale's really good. There's a reason why the Bant mass manipulation decks have been like playing 2 Finale. If any of these made white mana, this would be an easy keep. Seems not good, but we're keeping against the Thought Erasure deck. As much as I would like a second green, I think I need to bin that, looking aggressively for removal spells for Thief of Sanity. Alright, well, I'm glad we bought him that land, because we found our other green, no problem. I do need an Underlord's Key, actually, Dimstar. So if you have one, I'll take it. Perfect, I appreciate it. I'd prefer... I gave Valve $150 for their last game, so I'd prefer not to give them $10 more for Underlords in case it ends up not being something I want to play. They have enough of my money on false promises. That's fine, opponent. I didn't want to cast these spells anyways. Neener, neener. Before anyone's wondering why I'm not drawing a card with Teferi, I present Exhibit A. I think we've died.
Let's slow this down.
Hey, JF. Thank you for the half a year. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Hope your life's treating you well. We're probably into garbage time here, huh? Needed this one turn sooner to counter this. It's kind of sad in a way, Thumbfish, because Artifact and Hex died for completely different reasons. Like, Hex died because of some poor management choices and they ran out of money, whereas Artifact was just a bad game. No, of course the $1 million Artifact tournament hasn't happened. And it wasn't supposed to be a $1 million tournament. It was supposed to be a $1 million first place prize. So the prize pool is supposed to be a lot more than $1 million.
Here we go. Hold that thought.
Listen, I've got a full playset of Artifact cards, okay? If they have $1 million tournament, I'm gonna figure it out, okay? I don't think I'm alone in that. I think there's a bunch of people that think it sucks, but
That's more like it.
yeah, I'm not sure exactly when, but
You know what? I'm not done yet.
I'm gonna do an MPL audition stream and stream some Underlords at some point later this week.
Right on schedule. Trust me, I have a plan.
Get that. That's on 8, right? All right, let's try one more with this before we write it off. All right, one more try, Bant deck. Maybe we can find Esper. We're 2 for 2 on Esper. And thanks, Dimstar, that activated right up for me. And since this is a Valve product, I assume it's a native Linux client, which will be nice. I think Dota is native Linux. Morning, Marty. Oh, did I miss it while doing something else? Sorry, Mr. Burden. Committed to something for more than a month. My ex would be surprised. Thanks for the quarter of a year. That's a quarter of a year is a lot more than a month. Ooh, not a Teferi deck. That's exciting. That's exciting. I think I'm bouncing that next turn. Is it 1 hour to Popeye? Actually, I might have forgotten to load my fridge back up. Yeah, looks like a 5-color Niv deck. Get a little variety in our standard. Oh, I guess I could have growth spiraled here, huh? I could have shocked in a land and growth spiraled. I love my internet. From the time I said thank you to Dimstar to now, I completely downloaded Underlords and updated a couple other things in my Steam library and didn't drop a single frame while streaming. Everybody should have more fiber in their internet diet. It's truly a gift. That's true. They probably are still a Teferi deck. You pay $90 for 150 MB down? Vomit. I pay $75 for 500 down, 100 up. It is truly the future.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
The no cap is the real thing. When I had Comcast, it was fast enough. They data capped me and the service was spotty. I'm not sure we can beat that. Ooh, and if we do find a way to kill, I guess Seal Away kills it. Kinda. Okay, time wipe is kind of an answer, I guess. Kinda. It's like answer adjacent. Oh, I guess I could have again growth spiraled there, right? Yeah, and they can't counter it, so I definitely should have.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Oh, I could have sealed that away on my turn. I don't know why I had in my head that this was attacking. You're gonna play a discard spell and make me regret my life decisions? Or have a veto. Veto's a card they almost certainly play. 10 out of 10 should have done this on my turn. They can also bedevil this in response now and then pick it back up with Find.
Excellent timing. This might be a bad idea.
I'm gonna discard this land and draw 2 here. Crunchy, crunchy, crunchy. Coming in hot with the brand new Prime. Welcome, welcome. Hope your day is going swell. Thanks for keeping me around.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. Again.
Howdy, Moxane. Oh, you know what? I should have probably paid the extra to make this a 7/7, so that way it's big enough to attack through Niv.
Let's try this.
Probably a real mistake. Yep. You're good, Crunchy. The decklist link is in there. Sorry, I must have missed it when that popped up. Apologies. I really appreciate the support. That should be up during tomorrow's standard portion of that contribution. All right. 6, 10. Yeah, I can time wipe them. Yeah, I have this for 10 next turn. And I guess I'm just doing that, right? Because I'm going to have this for 10 next turn. If I wasn't stuck here playing Hearthstone, I'd be in an okay spot. But this Frilled Mystic just doesn't have text right now, which sucks.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
This will be land 12, then we'll make the 60 power. Great. Now there's a non-zero chance they have sweepers in their deck too, but if they don't, this might be good enough. They could also potentially have like Deputy of Detention. Finale's been really impressive. And like that's one of the things like we talk about. We more focus on that early in the season and on a super developed format like that, but like while I haven't played the Bant deck that plays this card in it, the more ramp focused version of Bant, this card's been really good in this deck list, and I can see. Oh no! Oh no! We tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter anymore. Yeah, I think White Leyline's a great tool for combating mono red. White Leyline paired with creature removal means you don't just die to Experimental Frenzy, which is sweet. And again, just like, kind of okay, but I'm currently stuck playing Hearthstone, so probably not. Yeah, they have a lot of cards in their hand. A lot of cards.
This might be a bad idea.
Opponent through half their deck, and they cast a Find earlier, so I assume there's more copies of Find in their deck. All right. So you're saying there's a chance. So 7-13 is, so I want to do this for X is 10. Hey, Quick Trick, thanks for the 4 months. I appreciate it. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Again, just like drawing too many cards, it's just like don't really have text while Teferi's in play, and my deck doesn't have black mana in it, so I don't really have an efficient way to take Teferi Time Raveler out. Has been solid showing of like why this style of deck is just not good in Teferi Time Raveler, the format. Hey, McGarryton, thank you for the 3 months. Yeah, but I'm gonna be done with this one. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah, there's a reason why even the Nexus of Fates had to move away from Wilderness Reclamation to like be somewhat competitive in this format, and this deck isn't doing anything nearly as busted as the Nexus of Fate decks are from a pure power level perspective. Like these cards, while a lot of these cards are individually good, the way they line up into 3-mana Teferi is just not pleasant. It's not gonna generate an enjoyable experience.